Hello, I'm Elgato, and welcome back to the video. So I want to make a quick little PSA to kind of let you know about one of the odd things that's happening in Minecraft Bedrock, because beacons, the famous block, one of the most valuable things you can get in Minecraft, don't actually function as beacons. And I wanted to make this kind of a big comment on how Minecraft Bedrock is different to other platforms, but you can kind of use it both ways. And basically, I also wanted to talk about how you can improve Minecraft and how I personally am trying, and how you can maybe help that effort out. So a lot of things to talk about, especially when it comes to Minecraft Bedrock versus Minecraft other platforms. If you enjoy that, then please do like this video and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like learning about the differences between Minecraft platforms. So with that said, let's get straight into it, and let's start with my very opening hypothesis, which is the fact that beacons in Minecraft are not beacons. And this is a weird statement to say, because this right here, it's very much a beacon, right? It's a beacon, a set of blocks, and then you've got the beacon on top. It's got its magical powers, and therefore clearly this is a beacon. It's not only a beacon, but it's the highest level of beacon. However, there's one key problem with the way the beacon works in Minecraft, and it's to do with this block up here. So this is the block I'm talking about when I say beacons aren't beacons, because the way this block is meant to function is once you put the blocks below it, it pulls out this beam of light that makes a funny noise, and then allows you to see it from a big distance, right? And the very definition of beacon actually is a light or visible object serving as a signal, warning, or guide at sea, air, etc. Basically, it's meant to be a warning light, a light you can see from pretty much anywhere to let you know where the thing you're looking for is. It also has, like, historic roots and the whole, like, lights and fires to let people know where something is. However, in Minecraft, it doesn't function that way at all. Why does it not function that way? Because beacons don't work as a guiding light. They do work as a guiding light at this distance. Like, I can see, oh, over there is where the beacon's at. But if I go any amount further back than this, as you're going to see, suddenly the beacon cuts off and you can't see it anymore. And as far as the game is concerned, as far as I'm concerned, the beacon is not turned on. So what's the deal with that? Why are beacons glitched? Why are they turning off? A lot of people even think, like, in my Let's Play world, that I've just deactivated all the beacons. No, beacons aren't deactivated at this distance. They will turn right back on as soon as you get in there. But the funny thing about beacons is that because they are using, they're using CPU power, they're using processing power, they do count as a part of the simulation. They do count as something which has to be rendered in, and because of that, they only work in your simulation distance. So simulation distance in Minecraft Bedrock is it's amazingly low. In Minecraft other platforms, it's pretty much the render distance, and is the render distance in most cases. But in Minecraft Bedrock, the simulation distance, the distance at which things are actually happening outside your screen, such as, for instance, mobs existing, such as furnaces smelting, that happens at between 6 and 12 or whatever distance you pick chunks. And because of that, you can basically decide how far away your beacons are visible for. And again, it picks that distance, and then as soon as you go outside of that, it's not visible anymore. And this is why beacons aren't beacons. They don't function as the core part, because although the thing most people use them for is to get that extra mining ability or to get that regeneration effect or anything else, but the fact that they don't function as beacons past a pitifully low distance kind of defeats the point of them. And although it would be something really hard to fix, because they'd have to hard code beacons to go outside of that render distance limit, I think it's something that's really important to do, because beacons are meant to be these blocks you can see from anywhere in your world, regardless where you are. If I'm over here, for instance, I can see above the, actually, from here, I can see above the hill. That's where the beacon is, and that's where I should go. You should be able to see from anywhere in your render distance, all the way over there even, all the way over here, where your beacons are, and the fact that you can't means they don't function as the block they're named after. If you want to rename them, that's fine, but I feel like calling them a beacon is really disingenuous and really confusing, because most people don't know this fact. And yeah, this video isn't just here to be like, well, this is terrible and I'm complaining and stuff. I wanted to kind of suggest that, one, beacons should go outside that distance. You should be able to see them from further away. Again, seriously, like, this is the distance you can't see them from. There's no point where you need a beacon to tell you that something is over there. You could signify it way better with blocks in every situation. They should be visible from hundreds and hundreds and thousands of blocks, but yet they're not. However, if you want to make a beacon, so I wanted to make this video to let you know that every single time there's a difference between Minecraft Bedrock and Minecraft Java, or a difference between Minecraft Bedrock and any other Minecraft platform, it can be used in both ways. It can be seen as like, well, this is inferior, but you can also kind of use it to your advantage in some situations. And in this case, I also wanted to give a guide on how to kind of work around it. So if you want to make a beacon in Minecraft, the best way is not to use the beacon block. The beacon block is a terrible beacon. The beacon block is instead this power-up block you can use. However, if you want to make a beacon, you can use either glass panes that look like this, or you can use glass blocks. I mean, you can use any other block you want to as well, but these are the ones that look most like the beacon power. As you can see from this distance, they look pretty much identical, right? That one's closer in size, that one's bigger, but they look pretty identical. And the funny thing is, you can actually see the glass panes, even though they're tiny, you can see them from a further distance afield. You can barely see it at a certain point because they are so thin, but you can still see them from a much further distance than the actual beacon. And funnily enough, the glass blocks, or again, any block of your choosing, again, from this distance, we can still see both blocks. Eventually, you will see the panes fade out because, again, it's so thin, you just can't see it in that part of your resolution. However, the fact that you can see these glass blocks, it works as a beacon. From this distance, I can't tell if that's a beacon or a pile of glass. That is something I would 100% recommend. And what you can even do, what I would even recommend, if you like the beacon for its, its superpower effect, but you also want them to be visible from a distance, what I would recommend you do is combine these things together. So again, most people are aware of this, but just in case you're not, beacon powers can go through a bunch of blocks, including bedrocks, mob heads, and of course, including they can go through glass, which means that if we go in here quickly, we throw in, oh actually wait, we don't want to do that, we want to throw the beacon over here. If we throw in a beacon on this, we can have the beacon effect, it goes through there, it's visible through there, but then from a distance, as soon as the beacon effect fades, which it will do very fast, you can still see the beacon kind of power the beacon area with the glass that's marked like that. You can even make it more catchy by having like a different color at the top or something like that. You can do this in Minecraft, and this is my kind of workaround for now. I'd like to see the main game fix it, but for now, if you want to make a beacon, your best bet is not this block right here. This very hard to get, very late game item that's meant to signify where something is not the best beacon, instead a stack of glasses. So yeah, that's kind of odd by itself, but the second thing I'd like to mention that's also a beacon difference between a Bedrock and other platforms is the fact, again, this is both console and Java I'm talking about here, is the fact that the way light works here is it won't blend, it only picks one color to go through at a time. So if we place a red glass block right there, then we remove a bunch of red glass and go straight into a green block, you might figure we'd get like a browny like mixed color. However, it just goes red until it hits the green block where it turns green. This is how beacons work in Minecraft Bedrock, but the interesting thing is any single time that there's a feature that works differently, although you might prefer it in Minecraft console where you can blend colors, you can make the rainbow beacons and amazing stuff like that, to look on the bright side of things until it is changed, because they do want to have feature parity eventually, they've suggested. What you can actually do is you can use this to your advantage to have constantly changing beacons that go back and forth from one color to another. And if you do this enough times, you can have a kind of fun effect like this, where it's like, oh, it's red then green, then red then green. And again, even though it doesn't really work as a beacon, you can't see it from that big of a distance, it does look kind of cool seeing this from the distance as you can. This looks very Christmassy, I guess red and green are Christmas colors, but you can use this in any color scheme you like. You can even use stained glass all the way up so that it's visible from a further distance, because guess what, like I said, this is going to go away, but the stained glass is still visible, and the fact that you can use that effect, again, this isn't something you usually get to see, where you have that turns into this, might be something you can use to your advantage. Also, it's worth mentioning, even though I hate the fact that beacons don't work as beacons, you can therefore use that, again, to your advantage in some maps or in some worlds where you want to make something visible, but only visible when you're within the simulation distance. So if you want to have something, you can only see if it's nearby when you're within 100 blocks of it. Let's say you have a huge Minecraft world, I'm sailed all the way in that island, I don't want to draw attention to that island, but I want people who sail by the island to know that I live there. Let's say that's the thing you want to do. Really specific, I know, but I'm just saying every single upside is a downside as well. Every single downside has some upside in there, even if it's mostly downside, not mostly upside. You can plant your beacon there as like a marker. Look, someone lives here, you're on my island, either go away or come in and eat some cookies with me. That's what I want to do, or some onions or whatever you're into. The fact that you can do that is kind of wonderful. So yeah, every single feature that's exclusive to Bedrock, if it's an upside, it sometimes is a downside. If it's a downside, it's sometimes an upside. And that's the interesting thing about Minecraft as a whole. Also, I believe Minecraft needs to be better with stuff like this, because again, if you want people to convert over from other platforms, you need to have simple stuff like a beacon, which functions as a beacon in other Minecraft platforms, doesn't function as a beacon here. Never mentioned. You don't even know it happens until you suddenly realize that, wait, are my beacons turned off? Like, I'm looking behind me. Are they just not there because I'm looking at them wrong? And then you realize that, oh, they look like they're turning off. A lot of people don't know at simulation distance. A lot of people assume that they just don't work once you leave them for some time, and that is a real problem, and the easiest way to fix that problem is like this. And again, one of the things I've been thinking recently is like, although I feel like the best way for me to get the feedback across is with these videos, I think this is the best place for me to actually leave my detailed thoughts. I am also going to be using the Feedback Minecraft website, because I want to, I feel like I want to help improve the game in whatever ways possible. Like I said, like I've been using the bug tracker whenever I find like some game-breaking bug, and I'll also be using the feedback.minecraft.net website to be leaving some ideas. So I'm going to leave my profile page in the comments down below, and you can go down there and you can vote on any if you agree with them. Again, don't just bomb them because it's me, but if you like any ideas and you want to signify, because the Bedrock developers have kind of hinted that they do in fact read that on a regular basis, that's how they decide features, then go check out that page and you know, let me know if you like the ideas by voting on them, because that's how you let more people know about them. Again, the Minecraft developers, obviously I guess they get a lot of stuff on social media, and maybe they don't want to watch videos. Like, you know, this was a solid, how many minutes was this? This was a solid 9 minutes. They didn't want to watch. Oh no, we got too close to 10 minutes. There's going to be that accusation that we stretched it over the boundary. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you liked it. Give it a share if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, talking about Minecraft Bedrock, Minecraft Java, the differences between the two, and also just having fun and, you know, being Thanos and eating onions or whatever it is that I do on this channel these days. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to notifications if you want to see more of that, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Also, a quick little thing at the end here. My posts have actually been deleted from the Feedback Minecraft website. Hopefully they come back, or I have new ones or different ones by the time you watch this video. But if you don't see anything in the description, then my posts were deleted. I don't know why. There's probably a good reason, but the posts I referenced that I spent the time putting in the effort for, they're not there anymore. Whatever, you know what? Check the description. You can get an up-to-date thing there. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.